Hello, everybody. Anybody home? Maybe not. How everybody is feeling this morning? Are you guys all right? Okay, so we're gonna be here for a little while, as you all know. Chat. Anybody home? Can say hi to us. God is good all the time. So here we go. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are in the building, today is another day. January 3rd, 2024. Can you believe it? 2025, not even 2024. I'm still repeating 2024 everywhere. Even when I write something, I write 2024. And that is normal. That will happen in January. You're still stuck in 2024, but it's already 2025, my friends. Okay. So what are we gonna do today is, let me play Enzo Maresca's press conference so we can comment. I can comment on the press conference because and then we go from there. While we are waiting for people to join us, I can pretty much comment on the press conference from Enzo Maresca this morning. And then after that, I can open the line. I can open the phone for everybody to call. Are you guys ready? Yes, so let's do it. Enzo Maresca.
How are things looking on the injury front? Anyone returning for this game?
Anyway, Reece is back from already last game. Romeo is very close. He start to work with us. And then for the rest, not any...
Just give me a second. Let me restart this because I can't hear anything, so I have to start this and see.
How are things looking on the injury front? Anyone returning for this game?
Anyway, Reece is back from already last game. Romeo is very close. He start to work with us. And then for the rest, not any update. Keenan is still out. Unfortunately, Wes will be out for very long time, and Benoit will be out at least until February. So the only two big update is on Wes Fofana and Benoit, that they're gonna be out for very long time.
Oh my lord. Injury FC strike again. Back again where we belong. Remember last season Chelsea were struggling with 10 injuries, 14 injuries. This year or this season again, we have a lot of injuries. Wesley Fofana is going to be out for very, very long time. That's what the manager said. He's going to give more details about it, but it doesn't look good. That defense of Chelsea Football Club need reinforcement now. I know that Anselmino is back from loan, but he hasn't played any game in Europe or in England. He needs to adapt to the league. I think Chelsea need to go on the market right now, find an experienced, solid defender. I don't know who. You can't go just for big names, but you need somebody. That defense of Levi Cole, and then you have Tosin Adarabiayo. And then you have Disasi. That is a disaster. That is a catastrophe. That is a car accident waiting to happen. It's already planned there. We've been getting away with many things because how good we were like offensively and in the midfield. Now there is no even Lavia. So you can see the cracks in the defense now. Chelsea, this is the beginning of the month. The transfer window is open. They have to go on the market and get somebody solid somewhere. Don't tell me give names because there are so many of them out there. You go to Portugal, you go to France, you go to Spain, you go to Italy. There are certain defenders that people don't even know. The hidden germs out there, solid, that can help Chelsea. Without that, it's going to be very tough for Chelsea.
Do they either require surgery?
No, at the moment, for sure, no Benoit. Wes, no, at the moment.
Does that affect your thinking in terms of this transfer window and those two long term?
We see it now. Now the focus is on tomorrow game. That is an important game, like the rest. So the focus is just about tomorrow. But for sure, these two players, they're gonna be out for a long time. So we see.
And
I don't believe you. I don't believe Maresca when he said that. I'm just focusing on the game tomorrow because anybody can see it. Everybody, including me, he knows it. He knows we need bodies, but he's not going to come out and say, we're going to sign such, we're going to sign, or we're looking for somebody. Because we're going to look like we are desperate on finding somebody, and that is going to even increase more the price of players. We know that Chelsea, when we go knock the door, the price goes 10 times more expensive. So if you come out and say we need defenders right now, imagine everybody's gonna be like, okay, you want my defender, all right, this is a January transfer window, you give me 100 million. So this is something that Chelsea need to be very careful about what they're gonna say, but also be smart, because Chelsea can still recall somebody like Alfie Gilchrist. They can recall somebody like Trevor Chalobah. They are very solid guys that can help us. I know it doesn't fit the narrative because they are Cobham and they're supposed to be worse than anybody on the planet. But realistically, if you love Chelsea and you tell the truth, you know that those players are not bad players. They are very good, experienced, solid players that can help Chelsea. But in the Chelsea community, you have to be from somewhere else, a foreigner, and you have to cost a lot of money and have a shiny names, so we can give you some kind of values. If you are Cobham, forget about it.
James, how close is he to getting some minutes again?
No, he's back. The last game against Ipswich, he was with us just to be with us on the squad. The plan was not to give him any minutes. Tomorrow is different. We can give him minutes. So hopefully, we all know how important is race for us. So hopefully he can get minutes very soon.
You said consistently that you're not in the title race. Were you?
The problem with Reece James is you can get so excited about James's back, but what Reece James you're gonna have on the pitch? You can wait for 6 months, 1 year, and then after a couple of games he's out. So you just don't know about Reece James. So that's why I'm always against people who say, oh, don't rush him, oh, give him more time. We gave this guy all kind of time and rest that you need. Like, he'll be fit for like 2 months already. He's on the bench, he's fit 100%, and we're still waiting and being cautious. You bring him 2 games, he's out. So what the heck did you even spend all this time of waiting? So the only good thing to do about Reece James is bring him as early as possible. If the doctor says he's early, put him on the pitch and let's see what's going to happen. And start building his fitness. 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm even okay if we can only give 45 minutes to Reece James for the rest of the year. I would be more than happy to give him 45 minutes every game than lose him for 6 more months, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna let Enzo play for a little while. I'm opening the door for the dog, and I'll be right back. But Enzo will be talking on the screen.
Unfortunately, proven right over Christmas.
Yeah, but I didn't need to wait to lose game to understand that. This is the reason why, and I always said the same, that I would like to tell you, yes, we are there because it's something nice. It's not something bad to be in the title race. But the reason why I said is because I don't think we were ready. We are ready, and as I said, I didn't need to wait to lose 2 games in a row to prove myself or you that I was right.
What do you put this dip in form down to, and how concerned are you by it?
I'm always concerned, even when we win games, but I don't think it's how to say bad form. I think it's just analyzed game by game. Against Fulham, we were winning 1-0 until 82, 83 minutes, and then we conceded 2 goals. Ipswich probably was not our day in terms of, I don't know how many chances we created, clear chances, but probably their desire don't concede and to win the game was higher than us, and yeah.
And you are very much in the race for the top 4. How important is it you don't slip up again this weekend?
Okay, so the title race thing, everybody knew that we were not ready for the title race, but it doesn't mean that we can't do the Leicester. We can't do a miracle. So the attitude of losing games to make a point like I told you so is not a good attitude. But it's not like if you come publicly and say we're going to win and then we're going to win. Mauricio Pochettino last season, he was like, we are Chelsea. We are Chelsea. Chelsea is about to win today, not tomorrow. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. And then what happened at the end? Nothing. He ended up by losing a final against Liverpool U15. A bunch of kids came and beat Chelsea at Wembley, right? So just because you claim publicly that you're going to win, doesn't mean that you are going to win. Mourinho was calling Chelsea Little Horse. Little Horse, we are not ready yet. We are not ready yet. And then we went to win the league. It doesn't mean that if you talk too much. I haven't seen Ansi, what's his slot? Not Ansi Slot. What's his name? Anslot. I haven't seen him come publicly and say, yeah, we are Liverpool. We are the best team in the world. We're going to win. He always said, no, we are going to play game by game. We are doing good at the moment, but this is the Premier League. You never know. Couple bad results and you find yourself in the 5th place. That's what he always said. I don't know why Chelsea fans are blaming Enzo Maresca for not saying it publicly that we're gonna win, and that is the reason apparently that Chelsea had 3 bad games. I don't get the logic. I don't get that, how that is gonna change anything when it comes to playing football on the pitch. But I also don't believe that privately all of them don't say, hey, probably we have a chance. We are in the race. Let's just do everything in our power. Win as many games as we can. And let's see what's going to happen in the end. Publicly, they're not going to say that. But come on, man. Come on. Use common sense here. Between them, they know that they are in a good position. And they can surprise people because football is a funny game. You never know. Even when you having a very bad season, you can turn it around. But I just don't agree with Enzo Maresca who will come out and kind of smile and laugh and like make jokes after defeat. Kind of, yeah, I'm happy to draw this game against Everton because this game was very difficult and this team got the best defense in Europe. I don't like that kind of attitude, but I also understand that he can't come out there and like tell people like we're gonna win the league. And also people forget what position we are at. We're still top 4, and difficult moment will happen. And when you create so many chances as we created against Ipswich, and we hit the post and we did everything we could, and the goalkeeper was just like prime Buffon or something. It's not like we didn't try. It's not like we were awful. It just didn't work for us. And those kind of games will happen during the season where you try everything you can. It's just not working for you. And that is part of life. Not gonna work for you all the time. But I think especially against Ipswich and also against Fulham, we tried a little bit. We had some chances. We didn't finish them. I don't think the manager has something to do with us not scoring when we create clear chances and people don't score. But against Everton, I can tell you right now clearly that I wasn't happy about his post-match press conference, and the way he looked very happy and celebrating, I wasn't happy at all.
No, not only this weekend. The next 19 games, it's important that we're gonna be there. I said already many times, I don't think one of us in this room expect us to be where we are now at the beginning of the season. That means that the team is doing very well. But now we have the second part ahead of us. We have to continue to do that, knowing that we're gonna be third again, we're gonna be hopefully second again, but we can be also fifth or sixth in the table. No panic, it's just a matter of to see at the end of the season where we are.
Yeah, just because you didn't expect to be in this position, that give you the right to sabotage some games or take things lightly. I think we should go with the spirit of winning every single game. Like I said, Leicester City, when they won the league, they didn't think that they were going to be in that position. It's everything worked for them. Everybody around them losing games for fun. Chelsea finishing 15th or whatever position they finished. Mourinho losing every single game. So there are circumstances in life that you didn't expect it just happen. You have to embrace it. Just don't push it away and say, yeah, because we didn't expect to be in this position, and then it's okay to relax. We can't relax. And like he said, we're gonna go back to third on the table. There is no doubt about it. And we might go even back to second. We might go even very far to 6th or 7th. That is part of football. But all I want to see at Chelsea is like determination, making the right decisions, the right time, the right substitutions, being proactive, try to win every single game. There have been games that you don't need really like tiki-taka thing. You just need physicality and effort on the pitch. And you have people like Mark Guiu on the bench. Somebody who can bring something. I want to see Chelsea start bringing some chaos. Play a different kind of games. Get your shirt dirty. Get into the fight. Really like go for it the last minute. The last 10 minutes, you are losing 2-0. You have nothing to lose. Throw some people out there. Create chaos. Forget about your structure. That is the next step that Enzo Maresca need to do. Hello, my brother. CS, Happy New Year to you. And I hope that this year is going to be a great year for you. And everything is going to be working all right with your twins and and all that. So yeah, man, nice to see you here. Okay, I will open the phone when I finish with this press conference, because sometimes the show doesn't have any kind of structure. So I'm trying to bring some kind of structures in my shows now, like topic by topic, point by point, and try to limit how many time we're gonna be on that topic. So you can really have a good structure instead of like being all over the place all the time and don't even know what you're talking about anymore. You know what I mean? There will be show like at the end of the show where people can bring whatever they wanna bring, but need really to create some structure and not always go out of the structure. But nice to see you, my brother. My brother. Let me read some more comments here and we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue reacting to Enzo Maresca press conference. Aliun Boo, Chelsea. Okay, hi guys, afternoon. The news happened for Chelsea Football Club for my striker and centre back. What do you mean by that? You asking centre back and striker for Chelsea? We're gonna talk about it, my friend. I am reacting to Enzo Maresca press conference, and then we're gonna go to the what is called the transfer news, because we've been linked with some strikers and also some center backs, because Chelsea don't have any choice now but to bring somebody. I know Aaron Anselmino is back from Argentina now. He's going to be with the team. He's a kid. He's 19 years old from Argentina. Never played in the cold before. You can't really count on him. And you have Wesley Fofana, who is injury prone. That brother already lost or wasted 3 years out of 4 in the hospital. A football player who can't stay fit, who can't stay on the pitch. In the last 4 years, he's been out 3 years with bad injuries. And when I made a video, when Chelsea fans were going crazy, Fofana is the next John Terry. Fofana is the next Desai. He's everything we need and we wanted Chelsea. He's such and such. Blah, 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 blah. I made so many videos, so many call-in shows in the same channel telling you that guy is not good for Chelsea. Not in terms of quality, but the brother is bloody injury prone. I know him from Saint-Etienne. I'm French. I watched him in the French league. Always injured. And then he came to Leicester City. Always injuries. And got a broken leg at Leicester City. That brother was out for the entire season. Before Chelsea bought him, the entire season, the previous season, he didn't even play one game. And you spent 75 million. Bloody 75 million to buy that brother. I was here like, hey, this guy is from my own country, right? I don't care where you're coming from. This is not tribalism here. This is not about them against us. This is Chelsea Football Club. Don't buy this brother. You better go out there on the market, buy a solid player who can stay on the feet or on his feet, who can stay on the pitch for a long period of time, instead of buying the next John Terry, the next that will stay in the hospital. People called me all kind of names. They insulted me. I know nothing about football. You are a clown. You try to promote your academy product English players. They are average, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You know better than me. And for Chelsea fans, if you have a big name and you cost a lot of money, you are the next Maradona, the next Messi, right? Everybody is the next. People make all kind of theories and narrative. I'm like, okay. What happened to Fofana? The first season, probably more than half of the season in the hospital, all the time injured, all the time. Champions League, Premier League, he will play 2 games, 3 games, out for 3 months. That season was horrible. And then the following season, in training, before even the preseason, in training, boom, ACL injury. And he missed the entire season last season, didn't even play 1 game. This is what you got. This is what you deserve. When you don't think outside the box and you have to shop just on social media because of vibes, because of big names and big money, this is what you got. Stupidity like this. Injury prone. Right? So you have Chalobah. Are you going to tell me that Fofana gave more than Chalobah? Chalobah is on free. Chalobah is on 50k a week. Fofana is almost on 200k a week. But at least Chalobah is going to stay on the pitch for the entire season. And Fofana is going to stay in the hospital the whole season. Choose. Choose. Just give me a choose. You know, vibes or reality. What are you going to choose? Man, I get so mad because every time you try to be intellectual on social media, every time you try to tell the truth on social media, people insult you, people call you all kind of name because you are talking sense. If you copy paste all the vibes, oh no, let's go and buy such, oh we are Chelsea, oh we're gonna win this, oh we're gonna oh. That's what people wanna hear. But you can just bring somebody like injury record. The first thing that I check on every Chelsea player that we are linked with, the first thing that I check, injury record. I take the screenshot and I post it on social media or I make a video about it. If you bring somebody record on social media, people will kill you. You are negative. Why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? You know nothing about football. Oh, the injury was 6 months ago. It's gonna get better. At Chelsea Football Club, we have better doctors. Blah, 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 blah. Because the vibes, feel good factor. We are Chelsea. We have to buy. We have to buy. And what happened? After a few weeks, you just discover that you just bought an absolutely lemon. This is what is happening with people like Fofana. All right, so we're going to continue with the press conference. Arsenal for life say like, he said that Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, brother. You went ahead of Chelsea, now you are second. The title is yours to lose. For the 4th year now, I'm still waiting for you to win. I've been supporting you for years now. Arsenal to win this season, Arsenal to win that season. Now it's your time. It's your time. You are cooking right now, right? Gabriel Jesus is walking on water. Remember, Jesus is alive. In December, you will see Gabriel Jesus is alive already, like Jesus. Scoring hat trick, scoring for fun, and then he's going to go missing. He's going to have an injury for 3-4 months, and the season is over. Arsenal, if you want to do something, you have to go on the market and buy a striker in January. Don't get fooled by Gabriel Jesus' good form at the moment. And then after January, they're going to go back to the hospital and you're going to regret again. Arsenal, if you want to do something, if you want to fight for the title with Liverpool, you have to go and spend big in January. Bring somebody. Saka is out probably until February. You need a goal scorer. You can't count on Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus. You're gonna get excited. All this month of January, they're gonna score a lot of goals and everybody, yes, Arsenal, we have our Arsenal back. Yeah, we're gonna win the quadruple. We're gonna win this and that. And then, you do the Arsenal thing. Bam, you go back to where you belong, in the mud. So you have my advice right now. Don't come at the end of the season and start crying again. I'm sick and tired of seeing you crying in this channel, brother. Do the right thing. Spend money. Bring at least a couple key players. Somebody who can help Martinelli from that left-hand side. Raheem Sterling is not that guy. All right? If you bring couple players, somebody who can replace Saka, who can play also from the other side, and you bring a striker, I am sure that Liverpool would drop point. I'm sure that Liverpool will have their moment because every team will struggle at some point this season. So when they start struggling, you have to take advantage, boom, and then go on top of the league. If you don't bring anybody, it's over for you. Chilindu said that Happy New Year, Ogs, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for the good content again this year. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I hope that everything is gonna be great for you this year, my brother. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue with Mr. Enzo Maresca.
Thank you, James. Alex?
Hi Enzo, how are you? Just wondering, those two disappointing results, how have they affected the mood around here, morale?
No, absolutely. We don't like to lose games. We don't like to drop points, but it's not going to affect our journey because we all know, we are aware that during the season you are going to lose game. And as I said, we finished the first part of the season. Now we're gonna start the second part, thinking that again we are going to win games, we are going to lose game. But the important thing is to see how the team is improving game by game, and things that we can do better. And don't forget that this is just a journey start 5-6 months ago. So it's not I said 5 years ago or 6 years ago. They are still teams that they are together 5-6 years. And they are still fighting to win title, the Premier League. And we just started 5-6 months ago.
Yeah, that is the reason why you say that this team
That is Arsenal. That is just like a dig on Arsenal. There are teams that been together 5-6 years, but they're still fighting and never won anything. That is basically what Enzo is saying here. But just because you started 6 months ago doesn't also give you the right to relax and be happy about dropping stupid point at home, losing stupid games at home, and be happy just because we started 6 months ago. You know, if the opportunity presents itself the way it presented this season, and we are throwing it away for the name of, oh, we are young, we just started, and you might not even have the same opportunity next season, even if 5 years down the road, you might not have the same opportunity. So I really don't like this kind of comment from Maresca, but it is what it is. He's telling the truth, but the truth that is not making me feel good because it looks like it's okay. We are good. If we lose, it's okay just because Arsenal are together for 6 years. Manchester City are together for 9 years. Liverpool, they have a team that's been together for 7 years, even with a new manager, but the same exact team that are on their prime and are delivering. So I just don't like the attitude, but I think that is what he's supposed to say in public.
The title, because so many incredible players in that team, anyone would think that they could compete for a Premier League title.
Yeah, but you don't need only good player. I said many times, for me the talent is not enough today in football. You need to add more things that we are adding, like togetherness, like become a team in a difficult moment. And the difference between us and, I said, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, is that in that aspect they are more ready and team than us. We're gonna be there hopefully soon.
Crystal Palace up next, a 1-1 draw, and the reverse fixture. What kind of game are you expecting this time at Selhurst Park?
Tough game, like you see, even the last game for us was tough. They are all tough game, especially there in their stadium. They are quite clear what they do with since the manager is there. Also off the ball, they are very aggressive. It's a team that if you concede them transition, they can hurt you. So we need to manage both phases when we attack and when we defend.
You brought Aaron.
There are no small teams in the Premier League. Everybody knows about it. And this game is going to be even tougher. This is a London derby. Form goes out of the window when you play a derby. And Crystal Palace came in the first leg at Stamford Bridge and got a point. I think Nicholas Jackson scored for Chelsea and Eze scored for them 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. Those are the kind of games that I was so angry. When you start dropping stupid points like that at home, your season might be already over. It was a very winnable game. They had a lot of injuries, but I also give some benefit of the doubt to the manager back then because we also missed tons of chances. So one way you can blame the manager for some of the decisions, but I also blame the players that were there and couldn't finish our chances. So this game is gonna be tough, and especially with that defense, we have to pray. We have to score more than them, and we have to score an early goal. You have to discourage them as soon as possible, because if you allow them to score first, they might sit back, and we've seen in the last few games that we can't score when the team is sitting there. We don't have a plan B to break them, and we cross balls and hope that something might happen. But you cross the ball to short people who can't even who are not good with their head, and you don't put Guiu in the game. So it just like we are doing the opposite of what we are supposed to do. So Crystal Palace, this game is going to be a hell of a game. Fingers crossed. I'm always positive about every single game, though. No matter how bad I think Chelsea are, I always hope. I always keep that 1% of hope that hey, something might happen and we might win. The last game we played them, they were missing like 7 players, key players. This time around, they have like Maxence Lacroix, the French guy. They have so many players back in the team. They have no injuries. Only Chalobah is not going to be there because he can't play against his parent club. But very, very solid team. Arsenal beat them 5-1. They beat them like twice this season, back to back. Gabriel Jesus scored a hat-trick in, I don't know, it was in the Carabao Cup against them. And then 3 days later, they played in the Premier League and Arsenal smashed them again. But it doesn't mean that it's going to happen the same way as a Chelsea, because football is a very funny game. You never know. You know, on your day, you can beat anybody, but this game is... I'm a little scared about this game, to be honest.
Anselmino back from Argentina. What was the reasoning behind that? What are your plans for him?
No, it's another talent, another good player. Now the most important thing is that he arrived here and he adapt himself. He start to find house and settling in the right way. And then we need to give him time, because when you come from the other part of the world, you need to adapt. You need to see a new world, new culture. But for sure, we are going to try to help him to adapt as soon as possible.
Just finally on...
Yeah, Anselmino, I talked about him at the beginning of the show. We recall him from Boca Juniors. 19 years old, very, very good defender, but it's not something that you can expect immediately from him. You just have to give him a chance. Lenny Yoro at Manchester United, he's 18 years old. If you go to other teams, you will find 17 years old, 18 years old, given a chance. I just don't understand why Chelsea age is always a problem. I always say that if Leo Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe were at Chelsea, they were never going to make it to the first team, because we always assume that if you are 18, you are not good enough. You are 17, even if you are Lamine Yamal, you are not good enough. So we have that kind of mindset in the fan base and also in the Chelsea as a club. We have that kind of mindset that you can't be any good if you are 18 years old, which is absolutely fake, because we've seen even Barcelona, with Pau Cubarsí, you go Gavi, whatever, those youngsters coming from their academy, and you look at them, 15 years old, they already have few games in the first game, in the first team. 16, 17 years old, they are building them and building them. When they are 17, 18, you are like, wow, what a player. But at Chelsea, no. Everything else from somewhere is good, but everything that they produce is bad. They have just to go and spend money on the market, and even if they spend money on the market, they rarely trust those youngsters. Look at Mark Guehi. I've never seen anybody press the way Mark Guehi does. Maybe back in the Diego Costa era, but that guy, imagine if you give him playing time, week in, week out, to build his confidence and momentum. That guy can save us 100 million on the market. But you brought him and you don't give him a chance. You are giving him a chance in Kazakhstan, minus 17 degrees, and he's scoring a hat-trick. And in the Premier League, when the game is asking for Mark Guehi to come, you don't give him even 1 minute. Or you're going to bring him when it's 3 minutes to go, the game is already gone. It's not fair, man. It's not fair.
Romeo Lavia's absence, only won 1 of 4 games without him last month. What kind of impact does a fit Romeo Lavia have on this team?
Yeah, last month, but probably we won more games without Romeo previously. Romeo, no matter if we win games or we lose game, Romeo, we all consider Romeo top player, but the most important thing for this kind of player is to be fit. So no doubt when Romeo is fit that he's top player. We need just to try to understand how we can help him don't get injury enough.
Thanks, Ale.
Wow, so another one. Chelsea, aka Injury FC. Romeo Lavia, what a player, but he can't stay fit. So not only Reece James, because people try always to point fingers on Reece James, but Romeo Lavia been worse than Reece James. Wesley Fofana been worse than Reece James. At least Reece James, during the season, he can play 10 games or 15 games. Solid games. But the other one, Romeo Lavia, we bought him with an injury already. He was already injured. From Southampton, he came the first season. He didn't play. He played only 36 minutes for the entire season. Somebody that we bought for 60 million. And we are paying more than 100K every single week. And then the entire season he didn't play. That is worse than Reece James, because Reece James played at least some very solid games during the season, right? Fofana, the entire season, didn't even play 1 game. But people will point always fingers on Reece James. And that is not fair.
Yes. John?
Hi there. With Wesley, do you expect him to be out for the rest of the season, and how big a blow is it given how important he's become for you?
Unfortunately, could be out for the season, yeah. So we don't know exactly for the entire season, but unfortunately he could be out for part of the season. And we are together here since we start, and every time you ask me about Wes, I said many times that I'm in love with Wes. I was in love with Wes, also because West is that kind of defender that give you the chance to press and be aggressive and to leave him 1v1 with Watkins all pitch. We did exactly the same when West was injured with Benoit Badiashile, 1v1 with Solanke all pitch, and they can deal with that. And it's very difficult to find that kind of defender, but now, unfortunately, both are injured. We are trying to find different solutions, but for sure, for us, West is a huge loss.
Yeah, so this is very important on what he said. No matter how good you are, no matter how much quality you have, like they have quality than other players don't have, like one-on-one, or they are very good on man marking. Wesley Fofana and Benoit Badiashile, they can follow you to the toilet. They are there, you know, man-to-man marking. And many defenders don't want to do that because probably they don't have the pace to do it, or they don't have the skill to do it. So we are missing two quality. Well, I don't know if people are gonna agree with that Benoit Badiashile is quality, but when he's fit, he can give you that aspect of one-on-one defending and following your man. Don't lose your man. Just focus on defending somebody. Which is said, and that's why we need somebody else. And I also want to see Vega. Give Vega a chance. That guy is very, very good. I don't know what is happening in training, but if you watch Vega with Portugal, if you watch his games in the Swiss league last season, I think he can do the job. Maresca been very, very harsh on certain players. I think it's time now to unleash somebody like Vega. Give him an opportunity. Why not? He might be even better than Fofana, and he might be even better than Badiashile. You just have to try. I don't understand why we always complain about, oh, we are missing this and we are missing that. But we have players who can do the job. Allow them to make mistakes. Let's see what's going to happen. Give them an opportunity to fail. You can't always assume that, oh, no, he's not going to be like Fofana, or he's not going to do this and that. No. By playing games, making mistakes, that is the only way people can improve. And I am demanding right now to give Renato Vega a chance. This is his time. This is his chance. But even if we give him a chance, I want to see another center back, another solid defender, another mature defender, not those kids that we have to help grow. No, we don't have time for that anymore. We have time just for somebody who is ready to play in the Premier League and help Chelsea right now.
Halfway, as you said, halfway through the season, from what you've seen so far, are you confident of finishing in the top four?
We are there for the first part of the season. We were there almost since we start every game. We need to improve many things, but for sure we're gonna try to be there at the end of the season.
And how important is it for your plan of the club and the progression to play Champions League football next season?
I said already many times, I have to be honest, when I met the club, they never asked me to be Championship top 4 this season. They said to me that they want to build in 2, 3, 4, 5 years a team that they can fight for title, but they never said to me next year we need to be in Championship. Now, for sure, I'm going to tell you that if we are in Champions League next season, we are all happy, because it's where the club has to be.
But in your mind, you must have a plan of where you want to be next season.
No, in my plan, I'm not thinking about June. I don't believe about the future, to be honest, because I can imagine in September playing the Champions League, but if I don't win games, so I don't believe about the future, because yes, I can imagine winning game and then if we don't win, or I can imagine lose game and then if we win. So for me the future is fake. But not only football, it's my idea about everything. For sure you have dream or you have desire. And if you ask me, for sure, it's to bring this club to the Champions League or to compete for title. Like when I was at Leicester in Championship, my dream was to bring that club to the Premier League because it's a club that belongs to the Premier League. And for Chelsea, it's exactly the same. My dream is to bring this club, but then the future it's a little bit fake.
Okay, so just because the owners didn't ask you to finish in top 4 or win this and that doesn't mean that they don't want to be there, because finishing in top 4 and qualifying for the Champions League is an obligation for Chelsea, in my opinion. It's an obligation. We are lacking sponsors now. We are lacking so many deals, and we might miss out on many key target players at Chelsea because we are not in the Champions League. The Champions League will open up doors for many other things. So we have to do everything in our power to qualify. I understand that he been a little bit cautious there. And just because he say, yeah, we're going to qualify for top 4, we're going to go to the Champions League, is not going to change anything. You can say whatever you want. They are just words. But you need people who can execute that on the pitch. You have to win games to get there. And we've seen in the last 3 games that it's not that easy. Every team can beat you. And you never know what's going to happen. But I think qualifying for the Champions League next season is just an obligation. It's just the minimum that we can get from this team. Also winning the Conference League, you know. Like if we don't win it, it's going to be really a big failure. But first of all, Champions League, that should be our goal. And anything else for me is going to be just a bonus.
Thank you, John. Bradley?
Hi Enzo, hope you're well. Nicholas Jackson scored in his fixture early this season, 9 goals this season. How pleased have you been with his performances, and how much more do you think there is to come from him?
No, he can do many things better. He's doing already very good. As you said, probably he scored 9 goals, and the last year he scored 14. So he scored almost the goals that he scored last year. So hopefully he can score more goals. He can help us. But we are completely happy with the Nico. And the reason why he didn't play the last game against Ipswich is because we have also more players that they can help us.
Okay, so Nicholas Jackson, he's not doing that good. I think last season he did better. But also you have to give him time. I don't know what happened during Christmas period where everybody looks like they were in like parties and concert and drinking or whatever. Everybody heavy, everybody not really in their top level. But I still believe in Nicholas Jackson. I also believe that he's going to get better if we bring a different kind of striker, somebody to compete with him, but also to play with him. Imagine Nicholas Jackson as a second striker. He will score more goals than being the main striker. He's not good in air. His heading is really woeful. Yeah, he scored a couple of goals last season with his head, but they were just like tapping, not like hard attacking the ball and scoring a goal or anything. It's where he's really a free header. Other than that, every other complicated headers are just like awful. He can't do the Drogba or other people. He can't be a target man. But it doesn't say that he's a bad player. He's a very good player. I trust him. He's gonna develop, he's gonna be better. But we need somebody else who can play with him or who can compete with him. There are so many games last season or this season that you need a Drogba. You need that handful, bully, strong, powerful guy in the box. You just need them. Even Pep Guardiola ended up by understanding that without a powerful striker in front, it's not going to happen. Football is changing. It's not the tiki-taka Messi false 9 at Barcelona anymore. You need that bully like Haaland. And the first year that he got Haaland, they won the Champions League after like 15 years of not winning anything, Pep Guardiola, in the Champions League, right? So even Pep Guardiola understood that he needs that presence if you want to play a different kind of game. Many people have been talking about Delap, which is a very good choice. Sesko, very good choice, also because he got a different profile. He's tall, bully in the box. If you look at the target that we were linked last summer, Omoro Dion, very good. John Duran, very good. So I think Maresca and Chelsea Football Club know exactly what we need. They might come out publicly and say, we are good, we love Nico, he's doing good, and we're not looking for somebody else. But back, behind closed doors, they know it, that they need somebody with a different profile, and they are working on it. My only issue I have now is what's going to happen to Gio. Because you can't judge somebody without giving him an opportunity to fail. Give Gio an opportunity to fail. So in January, for me, I don't want to buy a striker. I don't want to rush and buy a striker. I want to give Gio a lot of minutes in the Premier League. 45 minutes. One game here, one game there. 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Try to build him, and let's see what's going to happen at the end. Because I'm telling you right now, Mark Gio might save Chelsea 100 million. I know it's not going to please everybody because Chelsea always want shiny names and expensive players. But sometimes those low-key players are the players that will do good at Chelsea. And all those flashy bling-bling players, they often fail at Chelsea Football Club. So give Mark Gio a chance. And I don't want to see Christopher Nkunku as a number 9. Christo is not a number 9. He's a number 8. He's a number 10 or a second striker. Enzo Maresca himself said it 1,000 times, but he continues to use him from the wrong position all the time. And then when he flops, people point fingers on Christopher Nkunku instead of pointing fingers on Enzo Maresca, who knows what the problem is, and he continues to use that brother from the wrong position. Just like Axel Disasi also. Yes, he's making mistakes, but every time that brother plays as a centre-back, he always performs 7 out of 10. Solid 6 out of 10. Man of the match. He put Erling Haaland in his pocket. Saka, Salah, you name it. All the big strikers, like Darwin Núñez or whatever. He scored important goals from the centre-back position. He's not world class. He's not John Terry. He might not be even Chelsea level, but that brother is very solid from his natural position. And you are forcing him to be a right back and blame him for mispassing, for doing this and that, passing the ball to the opposition, blah, 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 blah. But I would judge Disasi from his natural position because he don't let us down when he plays as a centre-back. Last season, the brother got 3 man of the match in the Premier League, 3 of them against big teams. Nobody is going to tell me that all of a sudden this guy is absolutely crap and flop. Certain players, they are not versatile. You have to understand their limit and you have to use their strength instead of exposing their weaknesses. I blame everything on Enzo Maresca and not on Axel Disasi, not on Malo Gusto, who been played as an inverted midfielder, number 10, number 8. For what? The guy can't shoot. He can't shoot. Stop forcing people out of positions. Christopher Nkunku, stop forcing him. If you don't want him, get rid of him. Play the players that deserve to be there. I think if it was Mark Gio, who played the last couple games as a number 9, it was going to be a completely different story than forcing somebody like Nkunku to be a number 9. That is my opinion. And yeah, this press conference reaction been very, very long for me. So I'm going to have to cut it here. And I'm going to open the phone. If I got some calls from you guys, I might stay here for a little while. If I don't get calls, I'm going to go very quickly give you some details about the transfer news and the trending topics on social media. And then I'm going to say goodbye. I can stay here for a little while only if I get people to call. If people don't call, and then I will be just doing my job very quickly and then say goodbye. Official Olamide say, hello, my brother, and happy New Year. Yes, happy New Year to you. I think I'm done. I'm even tired of this press conference. So I have just to open the phone and see if I'm gonna get some people and talk about some other stuff, the Premier League preview for this weekend very quickly, and then say goodbye. Mr. Aliun Bu said that Chelsea, the owners and coach does it. They don't know that Nicholas Jackson is not a striker. If you watch in Spain, I kind of get the point you're trying to make here, but Nicholas Jackson is not a bad striker. He's still very young. He got his strength and his weaknesses. He's gonna just get better. He scored more goals than Didier Drogba the last season at Chelsea. He's breaking a lot of records. I think our scouting department did their homework and they got a very, very good player, regardless of the narrative. There are not perfect striker or perfect players in this world, right? You're going to go up and down, up and down. That's how the world works, even in real life. So for a 22 years old brother, 2 years ago, he was in Senegal. He was playing in no structure football. And today he's playing at Chelsea Football Club, leading the line and scoring goals. I think you have to give him respect instead of narrative just because he missed few chances here and there. Okay? Don't say never. Never say never in somebody's life. Jackson is a very, very, very good player. I don't care what other people are going to say. It doesn't fit the narrative. But that is the reality. If you look at statistics, if you look at eye test, how he's bullying defenders, how he participates offensively, defensively, the link up and everything. Bro, come on, man. Come on. This is what we got with this like computer generation where you can do 99% of good things. And when you have some few tough games, all of a sudden, people start insulting you and calling you names. That's the way it is. Mr. Aliun say that again, even another problem for Chelsea, if you bring 100 player, you don't give him a chance where you can learn football. Yeah, you don't learn by being on the bench and training with the team. You have to give them a chance. Allow them to make mistakes because everybody is going to make a mistake. Look at Haaland. He went like 5-6 games without scoring in Europe or in the Premier League. And he will go and score a hat trick and everybody, oh yeah, Haaland is the best. Haaland is the best. He doesn't do anything else. Overall player like Jackson, he's going to help defensively. He's going to dribble. He's going to create goals for himself. He's going to make goals for other people. Haaland is just standing there and waiting for people to serve him so he can score. So, listen, man, we have really to start analyzing football in a different way instead of like, yeah, vibes. You know, today's football is about vibes. Official Olamide, if we were to get Osimhen earlier like we could be at the top of the league now. Yeah, it could be. Those are like maybe not. It could, it couldn't, you know. Those are like question marks. You never know. Nobody can tell you exactly what's going to happen if you bring such and such players. We brought so many amazing strikers at Chelsea, like Morata, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz. Everybody just goes crazy, but they ended up by not doing anything. So every transfer is just a big risk. I agree. If Osimhen was there, he was going to give you at least that area dominance, like that power in the box. That, the thing that we don't have, a different profile. You can play a different kind of game. But we have Guiu too. Are you giving Guiu a chance? Are you going to give him a chance to do something? No, because he's 18 years old. That is a Chelsea thing. This is a very Chelsea thing. And they want to buy another 18 years old Evan Ferguson from Brighton. But the only reason that kid been good because he was given a chance to play. 2 years ago, you didn't know even who he was. But because somebody else continued to give him a chance, develop him, allow him to make mistakes, he's in that level. But you don't give your own kid a chance. And you just want to buy somebody's work. It makes no sense to me. Anyways, man, I don't want to get too mad. All right. Anyways. Oh Lord. Read one more comment and I will take your calls and then I will leave. My season is over, bro, according to Aziz. Yeah, you always go like back and forth. When we win 2 games and Arsenal lose couple games, you're gonna be, we are back again. Maresca is the best in the world. And then we lose 1 and then no. Everybody's crap. Get rid of them. All of them. Disasi is a disaster, but you didn't finish your sentence. He's a disaster as a right back. He's not a disaster as a center back because he won man of the match 3 times last season. He scored, 3 or how many goals as a center back. This season he scored a goal as a center back. He captained our team. Just remind me 2 mistakes that Disasi made as a center back. And I would tell you 1,000 mistakes that he made as a right back. It's simple. Why are you forcing him? That is insanity and stupidity. You try to do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. You play Disasi as a right back, that's what you're gonna get. You have Josh Anchepong. He's 18 years old. Malo Gusto. He's not doing good. Bloody hell, he's not doing good because you are inverting him in the bloody midfield. He's not a midfielder. He's not the number 8. Allow him to play in the space. Allow him to overlap. Allow him to cross the ball. Allow him to use his strength and not expose his weaknesses. So you can point fingers on individuals here. You can point fingers on players, but you have to point fingers on the manager, somebody who is using them from the wrong positions, wrong tactics, wrong setup. You will see him out of the blue, Reece James from the left-hand side. Hello? Just like bloody Pochettino. Levi Colwill last season. Left back, you have Chile on the bench, you have Kukurea, you have Jan Madsen. And he was forcing Colwill every single game for like half of the season. Every game from the wrong position. What he was trying to achieve. You keep on losing. Colwill can't cross the ball. He doesn't have the pace. He can't overlap. He's slow like a snail. And you put him as a left back. Left back, traditional left back. You have to be fast. You have to know how to dribble. You have to know how to cross the ball. You have to do more than just being a left-footed player. We were losing. And it took the second half of the season for Pochettino to understand that I can't continue this. And Liverpool was back in his position. Centre back. And we start cooking again. Why those managers try to be geniuses here? Keep it simple. Play where you feel comfortable. You are a manager. You are a worker. Everybody need to do their jobs first. The only time I can understand switching positions is when we have a lot of injuries and we don't have anybody to play from those positions. We had Reece James on the bench. We had Josh Anchapong not getting a chance. Nobody's going to convince me that Josh Anchapong is going to do worse than Disasi from the right-hand side. Come on. Oh, experience. Oh, the edge. Oh, stupidity. It's pure stupidity. That's why I don't blame Disasi and I don't blame Malo Gusto. I don't blame Christopher Nkunku. They've been set to failure. They've been set to failure by the manager. I don't know, he tried to expose them so he can send a message and say, hey, Chelsea, they are not good enough, get rid of them. What he's trying to do? What are you going to get from Disasi from the right-hand side? While you have somebody who does the job, Malo Gusto, Reece James, Josh Anchapong, what are you trying to achieve? You know he's going to pass the ball behind. He's going to score an own goal. He's going to be horrible. He can't cross the ball. He can't run. He's very slow. That is not his position. You know it. What are you trying to achieve? You want to expose them just so you can say, hey, they are not good enough. Get rid of them. What? I don't blame them, my brother. I don't blame them. You can say whatever you want. Disasi is always 7 out of 10. 6, solid 6, 6.5 out of 10 when he plays as a center back. Everybody knows about it. No one want to admit it because it doesn't fit the narrative. We have to always find somebody to hate because hate is a very good business. Common sense doesn't apply. Napoli are interested in signing Renato Vega on loan from Chelsea. This is stupid, according to Fabrizio Romano. Don't let this guy go. I blame everything on Maresca. This is a very good player. He's a beast when he plays for his country, Portugal, as a centre back. Incredible. You don't give him a chance. Always try to complicate things here and there. We don't have defenders. Give this guy Renato Vega a chance. Don't send him on loan. We're gonna regret unless if you bring 2 key players in the defense. You have injury prone Fofana, who's gonna be out like for the rest of the season, or he might be back in April or whatever. You have Badiashile, who's going to be out at least February. But at least just mean we don't know. It could be March, it could be April, or it could be the season is over. Last season, Badiashile was out for 8 months. And you are considering to loan out somebody like Vega. Life is not fair. This guy is starting walking on my nerves. I give him the benefit of the doubt, Maresca, but some of the decisions that he's making, just so stupid. I understand, he need to get rid of people. He's been honest and he's very disciplinary and blah, 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 blah. But sometimes you need to compromise. Sometimes you need to compromise, take your pride away and use certain players even if you don't like them because they're going to do the job for you. If this happens, I'm gonna lose my head. I'm gonna lose my head. If Renato Vega goes to Napoli, I'm gonna lose my head. Oh man. Okay, let me just take some people. Let me just take some calls. I even forgot to put the call. Oh man, if I'm gonna have anybody though, if nobody calls, it's okay. But at least I'm gonna just put the link right there. So Renato Vega to Napoli, according to Fabrizio Romano. That is crap, man. That is crap. I'm gonna lose it. I am going to lose it, bro. Okay. Let me try. Okay, so I already put the link there just in case anybody wanna call. If you have time, if you don't have time, no problem. But I'm gonna continue reading some of the transfer news here. So Renato Vega, according to Fabrizio Romano, Antonio Conte want him. When Antonio Conte wants you, my friend, you know that you are at least very solid defensively. Okay, defensively you must be very solid, and you must have that mentality. I think Antonio Conte already studied this guy and say this guy is a beast. But for Maresca, I don't know what he's looking for. It's always a certain complication, certain stupidity. Oh man, oh man. Got to be aiming for automatic promotion. Yeah, that is Manchester United. Do you think that Manchester United are going to be relegated? PSG have not given up on their pursuit of Nico Williams, and are still thinking about signing the Spanish guy, Nico Williams. 58 million release clause. Yeah, but the guy wanna join Barcelona though. But Barcelona are broke. They don't have money even to register Olmo. So where the money is gonna come from to buy somebody like Nico Williams? Marcus Rashford has rejected a massive offer to Saudi Arabia, where he will be earning like 35 million a year, more than double what he's getting right now at Manchester United. That is crazy, bro. Go grab the bag. I don't think Marcus Rashford is gonna be a world-class player anymore. He's 27 at the moment. His body language is awful. He can't run. Yeah, he's, I don't know, man. I've never seen, I like people with some like energy, you know, some energy, even looking at them and you're like, wow, this guy can transmit a little bit of energy and power. But the guy, when you look at Marcus Rashford, it's just so depressing to watch him like a human being, depressing to watch him even on the pitch. You know, it's I know that is his nature. You can't change it, but come on, man. Come on. Why are you so miserable? Why are you so miserable? You have everything you want in life. You are super rich. Play football for just kicking a freaking ball, man. And you reject 35 million a year. That is a lot of money. Because he just wanna bling life in Europe. And I don't think he's going to leave the money on the table at Manchester United. They just gave him a contract. He might have like 3 years left on his current deal. So if you want to get rid of him, you have to pay him his money. Interesting, really. I don't see any team, any big team in Europe that would take a risk to pay Marcus Rashford 400k a week and pay even a transfer fee. The only way that I see is Manchester United pay half of his salary and send him on loan somewhere where he can play week in and week out. Other than that, send him on like free transfer, free loan. That's what I said, what I wanted to say. Free loan, just like Raheem Sterling. Who's in their right mind is going to pay 350k a week for Raheem Sterling? Nobody. Nobody is going to do that. So Chelsea had to pay more than half of that and give him on free to Arsenal so they can save 100k a week. This is the only way I see Marcus Rashford. Or he can say, you know what? I don't want to trouble anymore at Manchester United. Let's make a deal. Let's cancel this contract. And I'll be a free agent. And if I go somewhere, I can get the sign-in bonuses because I will be a free agent. But I don't see any top team right now getting Rashford. Joshua Zirkzee. Juventus have been in contact with Joshua Zirkzee representatives in the last few days. This is according to Alfredo Pedula. The club are awaiting Manchester United final decision. Yeah, this brother is not doing good in the Premier League. When he was at Bologna, I really liked the guy though. Joshua. This is the danger of like watching highlights because everybody looks like very good. But when it comes to the man football Premier League, week in, week out. But I don't give up on people easily. I think he's like 22 years old. He can still develop. I think don't jump to conclusions very, very quickly. But in Italy, he's going to do good because that is the league that he knows better. And it's a slower league where you have all the space in the world to do what you want. But in the Premier League, nobody is going to give you any gift, my brother. But it could change under a good manager that trusts you, that allows you to make mistakes and learn. You can improve. But it looks like Manchester United are not really patient to wait for somebody to develop. They want to win now. The manager is under pressure. And I don't know what they're going to do. Get rid of... They bought him like for 35 to 40 million. Juventus actually wanted him. And United went with more money and boom, get him. Thiago Motta used to work with Zirkzee. He knows his weaknesses and strength. So I think it's going to work very good over there. Manchester United is going to have to take a big L though. Nobody's going to pay 35 million on somebody who is in the very, very low level right now. So they might have to take a big L, just the way they deal with Jadon Sancho. Chelsea are going to get Sancho for 25 million. They bought Sancho for 75 million. That is a very good deal for Chelsea. But sometimes in football, you just have to take an L, you know. So Zirkzee to Juventus. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Who is this guy? Contact between PSG and Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Remember, he's a very, very good left back playing for PSG. Very, very good. And apparently he wanna join Amorim at Manchester United because he used to work with Amorim when he was back in Portugal at Sporting Lisbon. I'm a little bit worried about his injury record. I still remember him having a lot of injuries for a long period of time out of the team because of injuries. And you coming to the Premier League, Manchester, the weather is awful. And it could your injuries might get worse. And Manchester United are not very lucky when it comes to injuries. Especially from the left-hand side. Luke Shaw can't stay fit. Malacia can't stay fit. But good luck. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nuno Mendes. You want to leave PSG and go try something else somewhere. Fikayo Tomori. This brother been linked with everybody under the sun. Newcastle United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspurs. AC Milan. Fikayo want to stay at AC Milan despite interest from Juventus and other teams. It looks like it doesn't depend on him. It looks like Milan want some money out of him. Milan want him out instead of him wanting to stay. So let's see what's going to happen with the new manager. Conceição is the new manager for AC Milan. He just joined the team like a few days ago. So let's see how Tomori is going to train. He might stay there, but very, very good player. Made in Chelsea. Cobham through and through. Another one that we're going to discuss here probably, let's see. Yeah. This guy here. Ferguson, according to TalkSport. Evan Ferguson, you have to keep an eye open. He's 20 years old already. He's not playing a lot of games under the new manager at Brighton. Last season, he had a lot of games under, what's his name again? De Zerbi. De Zerbi really gave him a chance. And he was improving game by game. And we were talking about 100 million player. And then the new manager comes and you're not even playing. And then your value is going to go down. So Arsenal apparently are trying to sign him. But I think Arsenal needs somebody who is ready to play, ready to score goals. Because Ferguson need a lot of development to be done. Still very young. For the future, yes. But right now, if you're looking for a number 9 to challenge for the league, I don't think Ferguson is your guy. Because the pressure that you have at Brighton is completely different than the pressure that you're going to have at Arsenal. And he hasn't played a lot of games this season. He's been on the bench and he's been injured. So it's something to look. So Arsenal, I saw this morning, Fulham, West Ham, and even Chelsea Football Club being linked with this brother. So let's wait and see what is going to happen. Arsenal, I think they should stay away. Or they bring him and they bring another proven striker. Ferguson for the future and that proven striker for now. Because Gabriel Jesus can't stay fit. Kai Havertz is not the number 9. So probably they need 2 proper number 9. And in summer, you sell Gabriel Jesus. And then you develop Evan Ferguson. But you also have somebody who can bring you 20 goals a season. Why not? Anyways, let me double check on Fabrizio Romano. Anybody, if you want to call me now, or I'm going to end the show very, very soon. The floor is yours. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much what I just said. There is nothing new here. Marcus Rashford. Ruben Amorim confirmed that Diallo is close to signing a new contract at Manchester United. Yeah, he's one of the best players in that team right now. And Napoli have been showing interest for Renato Vega. Anselmino is a good talent and he's gonna join Chelsea. He already in London because he flew yesterday today I think he's already in London, and next week he's gonna start training with Chelsea. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen with Anselmino. Patrice Evra say, give Harry Maguire the armband back after all he has been through, showing resilience and leadership. I don't think Manchester United fans are gonna agree with Evra, but I don't think really like Harry Maguire is a leader either. But somebody like Bruno Fernandes also is not a good leader. He's not leading by example. He always dives all the time, complaining, throwing his hands up and a lot of craziness. Like they are lacking leaders in Manchester United. Just like Chelsea, they don't have like natural leaders. Chelsea can have one very soon, which is like Levi Colwill can be a really talking leader. You know, you have to express yourself. And also a leader on the pitch, because you have to be good also on the pitch. Before you tell people what to do, you need to do it yourself. You need to be in a certain level. And for Trent Alexander-Arnold, he can sign now a pre-contract in January with any team from outside the Premier League, according to the rules. And according to many sources in Spain, and they say that Real Madrid might pay 25 million to Liverpool in order to get Trent in January, or they can wait and get him on free in summer. And we all know that Real Madrid are very, very good on that. They work on many players for years. They will tell you, your agent that is tampering, that is cheating behind closed doors. They're gonna tell you, we like you. You're gonna come here and play for the best team in the world. We need you here, and you're gonna be successful. You're gonna win the Ballon d'Or. Don't sign a new contract with your new team. We are monitoring you. So you will see players running out their contract slowly and surely, dragging the contract talks, because they've already been told by Real Madrid not to do anything. So this is tactics that are not legal. They are so illegal, but because it's Real Madrid, it's happening. And then slowly and surely, they're gonna just put certain teams, you know, they're gonna back you against the wall. You have to sell him cheap, or he's gonna leave on free. So you choose. It's better for you to get 25 million in your pocket right now than let him go on free. But from Liverpool perspective, they might be like, okay, you know what? 25 million, it's okay to lose. Let's just finish this season. If we win the Premier League, we win the Champions League or whatever trophy, it's worth it to keep somebody like Trent, instead of like getting rid of him in January and struggle to win the Premier League and the Champions League. So they are in a very tough, very hard position to be in. And let's wait and see what's going to happen at the end of this window. But I don't think like fans cares more about money that you're going to get. I think fans are going to care more about winning trophies. And it's going to be a good thing, like, okay, say goodbye. You won the Premier League for the last time with Liverpool. Goodbye. Let's shake hands. But you never know. From now, the financial fair play perspective, they might say, you know what? Let's just get the money, man. We have Bradley. We have so many other youngsters from the academy who can play from that position, but you can't really replace somebody like Trent Alexander-Arnold. Anyways, People's Republic, you can talk now.
You forgot, sorry, good evening. And you're forgetting one small detail in your narrative about Trent Alexander. You forgot the owners of that club, Liverpool. FSC? Are they owners?
FSG.
FSG, sorry, excuse me. Now, if you have a chance, just to Google what FSG they own in America. They own a baseball club,
Red
and they own
Sox.
an
I know.
ice hockey team.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing in common, all these three teams, which the FSG owns, plus Liverpool, the fans complain the same thing, that the management doesn't spend any money. They're they don't like to spend money. They're only in for profit. So you don't even 25 million. These guys, they just see dollar signs, and of course they've probably lost out. If they were to sell him like 2 years ago or something, they would maybe sold him maybe 80, 90, 100 million, and they would have made the big money. But obviously, as you said correctly, TAA has been corrupted by Real Madrid's illegal tampering, and he's not signed. And here we are. He's going to probably go on a free, more than likely, as you say. But if FSG sees dollar signs, 25 million, they may be tempted to sell because they think, we'll get some money and we'll play this Bradley guy, this young guy instead. And so I wouldn't write that off. That's just how these guys are. It's all about money. It's all about profit. They don't really want to spend money. They want to get money out of the club.
That is not also totally right, because you don't give them credit. They brought somebody like Van Dijk. They paid 75 million on him. They brought
Wait. No, hang on. The context. You remember that's money from Coutinho sale. Okay, sorry.
But that's what I said, that you are forgetting. If you sell good, you can buy good. They sold Luis Suarez, 75 million. They got that money.
Barcelona paid them that money?
Huh?
Did Barcelona actually pay, or they still paying?
I don't know how many years they're
still paying.
For that, but it's still money that you have to put in your accounting. So
yeah.
So so they sold, and they got also some money. They bought somebody called Darwin Núñez. 80 million cash.
85.
And 85 or 90, whatever, or even 1 million or 100 million, whatever it is. So they are spending money. The point I'm trying to make, Alisson Becker, they spent 65 million to get the best goalkeeper in the world.
But my point is they don't spend any of their own money. They only spend money which they get from selling.
But why would you spend only your money when you can make money and spend money? That is not like business mind. Yes, they are business mind.
Todd Bowley, how much has he spent of his own money? Okay, or his investors' money. That is not money the club has made. This is money which has come from the outside. These guys, it's a bit like the Glazers at Man United. They don't spend their own money. This is money which Man United generates from
what is wrong by generating money and spending money and staying in the budget? They are competing for trophies. They won the Champions League. They won the Club World Cup. They won the Premier League without referee corruption and David Court and whatever. Yeah. They probably were going to win 2 more Premier League trophies because it was just like missing 2 points or 4 points, and you see how the referee messed them up. So they are doing good. The club is healthy, and you're talking about Todd Bowley and whatever. It has nothing to do. When
you don't let me finish. They don't bring their own money. That's my whole point. Only point was they don't bring their own money. They spend somebody else's money.
I don't have to bring money if the club is healthy. That is what you don't understand. When they were back then, they took over. They bought like Andy Carroll. They broke the bank back then. So you're not being fair. Here and there, they spend a lot of money. Why would you always you have to bring your money if you can make money? Chelsea are not making money. We've been borrowing money every single year from Abramovich, and he forgave us, and he wrote that debt off. That's why we are in the position that we are. But what the hell are you going to ask people if you have a big state? Let me finish.
I have another theory about Abramovich.
You let me finish because I can't really structure my ideas. I
Sorry.
can't structure my ideas. Now you talk and you're going to let me talk because I forgot
Sorry.
what I was going to say. Now you can talk and then
No,
I'm not going to cut you.
Abramovich, that guy, he was the big savior of Chelsea. That guy, he was laundering money, that guy. Let's not lie. He parked his money in Chelsea there so that, after whatever years, it's just basically investing his money, parking it there. And he still walked away with, I don't know how much was the club sold for, 2-3 billion or whatever it is. How much did Abramovich? Abramovich spent more than $1 billion of his own money. And I think we don't know if he's got paid or whatever. We don't know what happens to this money from which the English government tried to steal. But they sold the club and the government held on to the money. So I don't know if the money is still being held by the government, by Boris Johnson, or if the money is being sent to Abramovich. I don't know. This is the big question. We don't know what's happening there. Do you know?
Okay, so first of all, we have to stay in the topic. You always, the problem is you always like jump to 10 topics at the same time and you get me confused. I'm an old man here. My head is gone. The problem, I'm telling you, we were talking about something. I had a very good structure to make a point at the end. You keep on you're just cutting me all the time. I wanted to make a point of comparison between why Todd Boehly and the new owners or Abramovich are putting their money and why Manchester United and Liverpool are using their own money. There's no sin. It's not illegal to spend the money that you are producing. All right, that is, let's make it clear here that it doesn't have to be an owner that will just give from his pocket because you don't have it. You just want to be successful immediately. You buy already made players, expensive players. I want to be successful. And like you say, probably that is your theory, cover other stuff by being successful at Chelsea or whatever. I'm not going to say that. You always bring some theories about that.
A small question.
No, don't ask me yet because you cut me all the time.
How much debt does Man United have? They have like $500 million they have in debt. Liverpool also has debt. Chelsea has no debt.
Because Chelsea had debt and the owner decided to give it for free. That's why we are debt free. But every single kind of club, unless if you are owned by Saudi, you are owned by Abu Dhabi, or those people who cares about just prestige and pop-up money, every single club is going to have some kind of debt to run the business. They are businessmen. They come to make money. And there is nothing wrong by spending the money that you are making. So you're making it as if it was illegal to spend the money that you are making, and it's good for the owner to come and they just pump up money in the clubs. So I don't know what.
How can the Glazers? This is a question of morals. How can the Glazers, who didn't have money to buy United, go and borrow money at the bank to buy Man United and using Man United as what you call collateral? What kind of ridiculous idea is that?
It's
and this is why Man United. This is why United is in debt now, $500 million. It's because of paying interest.
Listen, they are billionaires for reasons. That's why they are billionaires to start with. If they can use the system to their advantage, they're going to do it. It's not illegal to buy a company by borrowing money. I have my house because I borrow freaking money from Clear Lake Capitals, right? So I'm somehow still to reimburse money to Todd Boehly and his people and Clear Lake and stuff, right? So that's how business works. You're not gonna change the world. That is the structure that we had for years and years. That's how the world works. So I don't see anything wrong by people using laws to their advantage, and that's why the banks are there. You borrow money, you pay me with interest. I'm getting rich, you're getting rich. We are all billionaires. We shake hands and drink champagne. And the People's Republic is struggling there, paying the shirt and paying my interest and what. And that's the way it is. We are working for billionaires.
I ain't paying for shit. Trust me. I rather spend my money going holiday, buy a new car, whatever. I'm not paying.
You are paying subscription. You are even
It's,
watching those people on TV on free, quote unquote free, but you are paying your energy and you are paying them one way or another because they are getting paid because you are watching them.
yeah,
So
the advertisement,
one way
yeah.
or another,
That's true.
you are paying them a lot of money, even if you think you're not paying them money. So don't blame the Glazers, don't blame the Cronkies for using the system to their advantage. Everybody does it, and that's why they are billionaire, and we're still working for them. That's the way it is.
So we can agree that legally it's correct, but morally it sucks. It is a very slippery slope. It's disgusting. But going back to your previous point, I was listening with a very big interest, and you were talking about Marcus Rashford, and this guy I find very interesting. Marcus Rashford, and what you're summarizing about him was very excellent. I have to give you your flowers. And but Rashford, the only manager he's really excelled under was his father. His father, remember Mr. Fall Down Van Gaal, the one who discovered him. He brought him through from the youth ranks and all that. And but how many managers that guy got fired? When he went off form, Ollie got fired. Who came in there? Who came after Ollie? Was it that guy there, that Scottish guy? No, Scottish guy came first and then came Ollie, not so? It's a Scottish guy from West Ham. What's his manager's name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy who was manager of Everton and he took over from Sir Alex. What's his name?
Talking about David Moyes?
Yeah, David Moyes. But then after Moyes, it came Van Gaal, not so? There's David Moyes, Van Gaal, then Ollie. What I can't remember. Is that the right order? I don't know. The manager with United. So Van Gaal is David Moyes, Van Gaal, Ollie's at the wheel, and then came this guy here, Rangnick, and then came
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag, and then Ten Hag. Remember, everybody was rubbishing Ten Hag. The guy did an outstanding job. Don't forget Jose was there in between as well. So both Jose and Ten Hag. Because if you see what's happening now with this guy Amorim, he doesn't know what he's doing. That guy, he's going to be like Graham Potter. He'll be potted. If this carries on, they've got Liverpool now and they've got Arsenal next 2 games. That again, 2 more defeats. And then if you go and lose to, let's say, one of the lower teams, you are in the proper relegation. And if Amorim, he's a very, very, very stubborn guy. He's a bit like Maresca. He wants to do things his way, play his style, whatever. But if you don't have the player type to play the style you want to play, to play, and if you don't change, if you don't adapt your system to fit the players you have available, then you're an idiot, because then you're going to get fired. It doesn't matter if they give you a 10-year contract or whatever mid-season, you will be fired. If they look and they see, Jesus, look, we are more than 70% of the games played and we're in the relegation zone, they will panic. They will panic, and they will pull the plug and they'll say, no, this long-term project, whatever, we don't have time for it. We're going to go old school, Maguire football, what have you. Bring back Rashford. Rashford, again, because he's manager, whatever, he's fallen out on the manager's benched him, whatever. This could be his downfall again. The previous manager did the same thing. Rashford is a holy cow. You don't bench that guy there and think you're going to come out of smelling out roses. He's a good player. You just got to know how to play him. He's not as bad. I understand what you said about his body language, his appearance. Looks like a very miserable person. Doesn't look no fun. It doesn't look. There's something about him. I agree 1,000% that you look at him, you think it's like it takes all your energy out of your body when you see him. But he's a good player when he's playing.
Homeless in downtown Louisville, Kentucky, man. He looks like a miserable in the cold in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. A homeless there just behind a bridge. I don't know. You got everything you want. A lot of money, private jet, all the girls in the world, Ferraris, everything. But he's just like, I don't like moody people, but it's their nature, though. You can't change the nature, but you can also adapt to yourself sometimes. You just give people a genuine smile, I never seen that guy smile. It's horrible, man.
It's a bit like your friend there, Anthony Martial, a little bit the same kind of character. Martial also looked quite miserable, and he was off and on. He wasn't really when Martial was on fire. My God, what a player! Okay, you look at this guy. This guy is what? Who's this guy? But unfortunately, there was like in the season, maybe you see 10 games like that, and the rest was just like Martial. Where's Martial? Where's he gone? And the same thing, Rashford. When he's on fire, wow, that guy is world class. He's really, really, really unplayable, unstoppable.
In the top level, you need consistency. You can't say I scored 30 goals 3 years ago. You have to be consistent somehow. We're not asking you to score 30 goals today, but just be there in the conversation. Every other games, try to do something. Even if you don't score, you provide something to the team. Marcus Rashford, there is even a video that's going on last season where Ross Barkley, like turning around him, right? He's not even trying to get the ball. He's just walking. And Ross Barkley just turned around him. And he's not even trying anything. He just walking, going his way. That is a very damning video that's going on. But at least give something on the pitch. So,
and then going back to your other point, another very excellent point you had. You talked about Bruno Fernandes, that he is not a captain. I 1000% agree. The captain. We had this big argument the other day, you and me, about Maresca having a very defeatist attitude, saying, we're not in the title race. This is a very negative, it brings bad vibes, it brings low energy, it brings negativity, and it gives players an excuse. And the same thing you could say about Bruno Fernandes. This guy is such a bad role model. Captain is a role model. I don't care how you bend it. He sets the standard. He sets an example. He sets the culture. And if the culture is going to be, as you said correctly, of diving, sulking, cheating, and not really working hard for your teammates because you're the big prima donna and you let everybody else do the work for running for you, what have you, covering, then this mentality, it goes in, it sleeps, it's so like it infects the other players. So the other players, look at our captain. This guy is lazy. He thinks that I'm going to run for him to cover everything for him when he's just sitting there up there doing nothing. So if you've got both Bruno Fernandes not really pulling his weight, and you've got also Rashford, that's two passengers. Then you add Casemiro, he's got no legs, and then you add some guy who claims to be a butcher in defense, but he's in theory he's not even. That guy, what's his name? The butcher, what's his name?
Lisandro Martinez.
That guy, he doesn't even like meat. He's a vegetarian, that guy. There's no way that guy's a butcher. I think I was listening to somebody was saying that he likes to cut cucumbers and what have you. He does not cut meat because he's too small and he's not tough. He's not that rough. If anybody who's a nickname a butcher, you would think he's very, very violent on the field.
Because those people who come from like the favelas, from a very area where you have to fight for yourself, for your life. And there are gangs around you. You are very tough because somebody punches you, you punches back, right? That's the way it is. It's a law on the street. So they grew up in like Argentina or whatever, in those kind of conditions. So they are like tough. And you will see people like Anthony or whatever. They have a certain, they want to really fight physically on the pitch. But listen, bro, no matter how strong you are or how tough you think you are, somebody is bigger than you, he's bigger than you.
That's true.
Unless if there is like a WWE where you can see Rey Mysterio beating the Great Khali 619 and stuff, beating Big Show and beating them and winning. Bro, in real life, those things don't happen. A big guy like that is going to take you down. His weight only is going to kill you. He's going to suffocate you. The point I'm trying to make, that guy is like 4'2" or something. The butcher. You can't be a center back with that kind of size. Yes, it might work to a certain extent. He jumps good. Yes, it's gonna work here and there. But when people figure out how you are, they're gonna try to bully you, and that is what is happening in the Premier League. He been found out. He got bullied by Joelinton. He got bullied by Van Dijk. He's like twice, you know. Van Dijk is like twice Lisandro Martinez size, bro. Size matter. As a centre back, nobody's gonna convince me. Size matter, unless if you play 3 at the back and you play, from 3 at the back and you have a big guy in the middle to conduct operation. That could work somehow, but defending set pieces, you need how many set pieces they are conceding goals now, because they don't have the size.
Corner.
They don't have the size to deal with the physicality. So that butcher and those blah 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 on social media, it's nothing. The guy is small. I think a manager, if you are serious enough, you might have to be thinking about changing him position. Still a very good player. Put him as a defensive midfielder. Okay, change him in the midfield, or play him as a left back sometimes, because he still have the speed. Try to accommodate somehow, but that guy can't be a centre back in the Premier League. Let's be honest.
You mentioned, sorry to interrupt you. You mentioned something before as well, which is the context of this. So you said that this is the Premier League. This is a different kettle of fish. This is a different, completely different from Argentina football, Italy football, Spain football, whatever football you come from, MLS. The tempo in the Premier League, the physicality in the Premier League. You get the ball within half a millisecond and a player is on you. You don't have the time on the ball like you do in other leagues. So this is, the Premier League it will humble you. It will really, really humble you. If you're not physically strong, if you're not fast, your mindset, your IQ, if you want to excel in this Premier League, it is brutal. It is harsh. It will, even if you come as a tough. You look at. I'll give you a good example. You look at our own Enzo Fernandes. Came from Benfica. He was the big star there. He was the creme de la creme. Come to the Premier League, you don't have that time on the ball. You better change your game plan. You better wake up. You better think fast. Pass, tackle, whatever because if you don't, it'll make you look small. It'll if you look at now, like let's say Jackson, I don't know what's happened to Jackson, but I don't know if the defenders have figured him out. They now know how to play him, or is it because he's going through a personal crisis? So there's something not quite right with that boy. I don't know what the hell's going on with him, because he's not looking like himself. So I don't know if it's defenders that figured him out, or he's still sulking, or I don't know. I have no idea. But that is, again, Premier League. It can make or break you very fast. And Jackson was otherwise coping very well, but it seems to have taken a wrong turn.
Yeah. Okay. So let me answer to one question from Messi's brother here. He said, put the table on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Yes, so I put it. I think you are happy about the table that I put. If you are driving and you don't want to see the table, I will just remind you, Liverpool are flying high, 45 points. They still have 1 game in hand. They only played 18 games. Other teams, only Liverpool and Everton played 18 games because the game between them was cancelled for bad weather. Arsenal, Chelsea, other teams, all of them played 19 games. So Arsenal are second with 39 points. Nottingham Forest are just like they are just spying here. I don't know what you're doing here. So Nottingham Forest are third with 37 points. Chelsea are fourth with 35 points. Newcastle are fifth with 32 points. Manchester City are sixth, 31 points. Bournemouth are 7th, 30 points. Fulham are 8th with 29 points. Aston Villa are 9th with 29 points. Tottenham Hotspurs, the Spursy, are 11th with 24 points. Brentford are 12th with 24 points. Same amount of points with the Spursy, but Spursy got like plus 13 goal difference. We move. Number 13 on the table, West Ham United, 23 points, 14th on the table. Hear me out. 14 on the table. The almighty Red, the Red Devil, Manchester United. 14th on the table with 22 points. 15th, we have Crystal Palace that Chelsea will play against in the London Derby tomorrow. They have 20 points. 16th on the table, Mr. WWE, Pie and Chips Football, Brexit FC, Everton, 17 points. Number 17, Wolves. They are doing good at the moment since the new manager, Mr. Pereira, took over. They are more stable now. Who's
this Pereira? Where did he come from?
He's coming from the Middle East. He was coach over there at Al something in the Middle East, and he used to be back in the day at Porto. He also managed in Brazil. He had a lot of jobs in Portugal, so he's a very experienced and good manager. But he went to the Middle East probably for money, and now he's in the Premier League. Let's go. So they are 17. I think they're gonna survive. A very good coach. Number 18, they just beat Chelsea Football Club. Ipswich, they are 18th on the table with 15 points. Thank you, Chelsea Football Club. Charity FC gifted them 3 points. Number 19th, we have Leicester City. Ruud van Nistelrooy needs to fight hard. I want really Leicester to stay in the Premier League. For some reason, I like them to be in the Premier League, but they are struggling now in the 19th position. And then the last on the table, Southampton. I think they should already say goodbye to the Premier League this season. But to their credit, they've been much, much better under the new coach. More organized. And he's not one of those coaches that will go my way or no way, the way the other guy, Russell, used to be. Like, you are in the Premier League, brother. That kind of football that you used to play in the Champions League, attack, let go my way or no way, it's not going to work all the time because you don't have the quality in the Premier League to do it. So you have to adapt and try to maintain the team in the Premier League and slowly and surely getting some players that you want. And then you can build the team in your image in the Premier League. But people like him, Russell, you have Vincent Kompany, you have another guy that used to manage
Tottenham. What about the Tottenham guy?
Yeah, I'm going there. I'm starting by the bottom one, like people who came from the Champions League. Another guy who came from Germany. He used to manage. I don't know.
Leipzig. What's it? Leipzig, Red Bull, something. What's his name? One at Crystal Palace. What's his name?
No, that is another case. That's one in another case of Oliver Glasner or whatever.
He was Frankfurt Glasner.
I'm trying to find another name. He's the manager of Leeds United right now. But when he used to be at
German sausage, my big German sausage.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but I really hated him when he was at Norwich. Because it's always his way. He got a very small voice, like his interview and press conferences are so frustrating.
What's his name? There's a guy who makes fun of him, makes banter of him every time. My big German sausage and all. And what the hell's his name? Oh, I know who you're talking about. And they're always making fun of him as if he's his sexual preferences.
So that guy there are the kind of managers that I don't like, where they go all in. Oh, it's my way or no way. I'm gonna play this way. It's breaks or it's it's break or whatever I say.
Okay. Why you on that topic? What about Marcelo Bielsa? It's his way or the highway? Attack, kamikaze football. You like that or you didn't like it?
Okay, so Marcelo Bielsa, but Marcelo Bielsa is kind of a little bit different in terms of his experience in national teams and South American and the values that he brings to the team, completely different. The guy who would tell you, today we don't have training. Today we are going outside and pick up trash. So you understand how ordinary people are struggling to get money and come see you and make you a millionaire. So you have to appreciate every kick. You have to know how lucky you are to be in that position and respect the people. So for what that guy did in community, like in Leeds now, they have even an entire street named after him. There are certain people who bring a different way of seeing football, not only like in football term, but in terms of changing the community. But I'm talking about those new coming kind of younger managers and coaches that will come, like Vincent Kompany. It's my way at Burnley, and I completely destroyed everybody in the Championship. I'm gonna play the same way in the Premier League. Whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. But you don't have the people, you don't have the same quality to match what you were doing in the Championship. So you have to be flexible and try to adapt, and then slowly and surely build the team in your image. I don't really appreciate a lot of like one-dimensional kind of managers. That is the point I was trying to make here. So
Bielsa still got his team relegated. Basically, the American guy came in and he
didn't get them relegated. He was sacked.
He left them in a very bad situation.
Nobody knows about that. Nobody knows about that. Nobody is gonna tell you exactly that. It could, it would, it may be. So as long as you still mathematically in the race of staying in the Premier League, you won't convince me that it was a guarantee. There is nothing guaranteed in football. Anything can still happen.
But there's tendencies. You can see the writing on the wall. You can see the team is
your interpretation.
No. You can see when a team has, let's say, Chelsea. You can even take our own Chelsea here. We saw already from even before the Everton game. Who did we play before Everton? Who was that we played? We drew 1-1. We drew with Everton 1-1, but Brentford. We barely beat Brentford. We struggled there, and even they could have equalized. But we saw the tendency already there. We could see the trend. And it's just gone down, and to the point there where you actually lost to Ipswich. We lost to Ipswich, and that trend there, and that is Maresca overthinking, over whatever. Go back to what you did from the beginning. Stop trying to be Pepsi at Man City and over tinkering. It's if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But. And maybe he was too clever for himself. Maybe he has to go back to being humble again and hard work. But as I said the other day, there's a very, very, very fine margin. Some of these games we've drawn or lost. We've had like 10,000 chances. We should have scored at least one or two of them, but luck has not been on our side like it's been in the beginning of the season. But this will happen. Sometimes luck comes and goes. And you can see maybe a game like Crystal Palace, suddenly all that bad luck we've had suddenly just disappears, and then bang, 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 they score goals for fun again. And this is what happens. Football goes up and down. But you shouldn't be a team. You should be a more stable team like a Liverpool or Arsenal, where you just grind it out. You grind it out, and you don't have too many highs, too many lows. You're just very stable team. We Chelsea. Either we are very, very good or we are poor. We don't have that. Still, we haven't got to that level there where we just stable. We just grind out results game after game. That championship winning mentality. We're still trying to find that again. What we used to have back in the old days, and that is not easy to find. It's a few injuries and I don't know.
That's what you got when you are building a team. I understand what you're saying. The manager need to take some responsibilities. The players also need to take some responsibilities. But we have also to grow as a team. because the more you work together, the more you create friendship, the more the solidarity grows in the team, the more you have like a brotherhood and stuff. Everything counts in football. It might happen on one rare occasions where a team just winning for, and other teams around them are just losing games, just like Leicester City. The same year that they got N'Golo Kante from the second division in France, Ryan Mahrez and whatever, and for some reason it's like everybody losing and they keep on winning and happen. But most of the time, the situation need to be built. This stuff don't come out of the blue, the mentality. You have young players that will go up and down. They score 3 goals today, tomorrow they think they are superstar Ronaldo. They start walking and being arrogant and not even training good. And then up and down. And then until they come to the level where they are mature and understand that, all this is vanity. My career is very short in football. I have just to give everything as if it was the last game. To build that kind of core of players, not like the entire team, because it's going to be always ins and out. And you have to build that core of players that will be there and transmit kind of that winning and fighting mentality to anybody that will join the team. We can't do it now. Our captain can't stay on the pitch. Rhys James for years now is like, he's not even a captain. The guy who can't even talk. Have you even heard his voice? His voice is just like small voice. Like I don't know if he can even yell at somebody. He's not even a captain, but I'm just giving an example. But he's one of the most experienced in the team already. And then all that is built. And here you have Fofana, injury prone all the time out. Badiashile, injury prone all the time out. So all these little things would take time to build a team for you to become to a consistency level of like Liverpool winning. Now Slot is taking all the credit, but let's not forget
it's a work of Klopp.
Let's not forget that Klopp put that team together for 7 years, week in, week out. He had to get rid of people like Mamadou Sakho, people like Christian Benteke, Balotelli, people like that. When he took over, it was like Mignolet. Have you heard somebody called Mignolet in goal? But now they have Alisson Becker in goal. So slowly and surely, you might say, oh, look at Slot the first year and he's winning everything. Because somebody built that team for him. Klopp took over from Jonjo Shelvey. Jonjo Shelvey was in the defense when Klopp took over. So you have to give Klopp credit, even though the new manager deserves a credit. The point
but
here...
If you were Klopp, if you were the Jurgen Klopp of Chelsea, you just taken over, and the board is giving you free reign. You can do what you want, you can get rid of who you want, and you can bring in who this current Chelsea squad or team are you getting rid of? Just like Jurgen Klopp did, he got rid of a lot of deadwood. Who would you be getting rid of, looking to get rid of and bring in, and maybe bring in as well? In
what team are you talking about?
Chelsea.
Like who should you get rid of and bring somebody else?
If you were the boss, they appoint you the new manager, and they say to you, Mr. Oakes, whoever you want to get rid of, no problems. Whoever you want to bring in, we'll think about it. But who would you be getting rid of? Which kind of players would you think that have to go? It
also depends. This Chelsea team also is a team for the future. It's been built for the future. Some of the players that you see today are not in the level. Tomorrow they're going to mature and they're going to be very good players. So if you just come... Klopp... When I say Klopp, because they were already mature, like Mamadou Sakho, 29 years old, Balotelli, 28, 29 or 30, I don't know what age. That is another thing of like Manchester United now, where you have like Johnny Evans, okay? And you have people like that. Luke Shaw, he's been like there for 1,000 years already, and he's been in the hospital all the time. So that is easier for you to say, I don't want this, I don't want that, get rid. But you come to a Chelsea team where you have Estevan William, You have Cole Palmer. You have Noni Madueke, bad attitude, but you can mold him. You have Jadon Sancho, 24 years old. Even bad attitude, you can still be patient a little bit. So in a team like Chelsea, you can't just be like, okay, now I'm going to just change everybody because I've been given the freedom to do, because some of them you're going to regret letting them go. So I will get rid of people like Wesley Fofana because I don't have any hope, because that guy got ACL injury, broken leg, 1,000 other injuries. I don't believe that he's going to be in a good level anymore. Stuff like that. But in general, I'll be very happy. I will be very, very careful about getting rid of people immediately. But for Skylar, our brother from Manchester United, what would you? We can learn. We can listen from another point of view.
This is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to listening to this.
Okay, you wanted to ask him a question?
No, I want him to speak. I'm looking forward to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, brother, how are you doing today, Skylar?
Yeah, not too bad. Just not looking forward to the weekend because we are going to get sacrificed on Sunday. So,
that's not true. Liverpool's resting players, they're saving players for Accrington's standing in the cup.
Yeah, I do wish that is true, because the way we are moving, I mean, anything less than 5-0, they would be like considering as an embarrassment. Because,
somebody on Sky Sport, somebody on Talk Sport said that it's going to be 8-0. I thought that is so disrespectful. I don't think you're going to concede those kind of games.
But Talk Sport, that's like a soundbite channel, so they'll be saying stuff like that.
Just to attract people and clicks and make it bigger than it is. I don't think United are going to lose more than, because they learn from like 7-0 and 5 and stuff like that. I think everybody in that game is gonna be like, you know what? I am going to give everything I have just to save our dignity.
But the problem is with the manager. He's too arrogant. He won't change his ways. That's why United will get hammered.
Who?
Amorim.
Why are you calling him arrogant? Why?
He's arrogant because he won't change his system to suit the players he has. He insists on playing his stuff.
So why did you bring him if we were not supposed to?
But you can't bring him, and then you can't hire Amorim and then keep the same bunch of players. It doesn't make any sense.
We can't get rid of the players unless the window starts, right? So I mean, what's your point?
But you have to get rid of like 5 or 6 or 7 players if you're going to hire Amorim, play Amorim football.
Yeah, but that's not Amorim's problem. That's the work what Ineos have to do. I mean, they are getting paid for that. People like Wilcox and all these guys, they're taking big money to do their work. So I don't see any issue. I think Amorim is actually a breath of fresh air because he says everything we want to hear in the
But you still lose. But you still lose every game.
Yeah, because he's got Ten Hag's team. I mean, what do you expect us to do? I mean, we have no wing backs, right? We don't have, that's one of the biggest problems of this back three, because the width comes from there. And we don't even have a left back. Forget wing back. There is no left back in our team, right? We have got our highest earner on strike in Rashford. And we've got a goal score. We don't have any goal scorers as well. We've got a goal scorer who calls himself as a 9.5. And then Rasmus Højlund, that guy, he's just probably the biggest scandal ever done in this the last 10 years, because everyone knows that Højlund is linked with that agency which Ten Hag is from. So he probably got a good cut from that £72 million deal. So it's not easy. Man.
So I don't know where you start now, because I heard that Zirkzee been linked with Juventus. And Holland not performing good. If you get rid of them, who should come?
Look, of course, I don't think the striker is at the moment a big concern for me. I think we can probably get by with Højlund at the moment. My big concern is the wing backs, because that it's such a big part of this back three and back five, whatever you're playing. Because we don't have any width and we don't have someone to play next to Ugarte as well. I think those are the areas we need to address first before going and spending a ridiculous amount of money on Gyökeres and all those guys. Because who is supplying to Gyökeres? Say if you bring Gyökeres, who is supplying him to him? Because we will be facing the same issue which Xerxes is facing and Hoyland is facing. Because we don't play with wingers, we don't play with a number 10, right? So we need to address that first. We need to make the system. I think that's the key thing for Amorim to do.
So
because I don't want him to change the system. I think he needs to stick with this and kick out those players who are not fit to play in this system.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit of what People's Republic was saying is like, if you don't have the players to play the system, you have to adapt while you are looking for the players that you need to play your system. Because otherwise, that is going to continue going down and down. And you know how fans and owners are. At some point, they're going to say, hey, wait a minute. You are a manager and you are not one-dimensional. Sometimes just do what you can now, and we're going to get you the players that you need in summer, because right now we have to sell in order to buy. So do what you can do, probably go forward at the back and twist the system a little bit just to limit damage. And let's see.
Wait, okay, let me ask Mr. Skyler. Mr. Skyler, sorry to interrupt you. If God forbid, Man United was to be relegated, would you still stick to Amorim?
I don't think we'll be relegated, so I can't even have that kind of talk. So
okay.
They're not going to get relegated.
Remember when you guys were in the relegation position last season and everyone was saying Chelsea could be relegated and all that?
We didn't, yeah.
So
and even under Mourinho, when he left Chelsea, we were like 15 on the table. We didn't. Yeah. I don't think United are too good and too big to get relegated. Forget about that, man.
Yeah, but coming back to Amorim, I don't want him to play a back forever. I think that should never happen, because there is no point of hiring him if he cannot be able to coach. I get your point about he should be able to adapt and all that, and he has adapted. He is playing players where he finds in this system they can do their best. If you look at our back five, they've been decent. I know we have been conceding goals from corners and all that, but that you can probably work on. That's more like set pieces. But I'm fine with the defense. It's not like a big problem. Our big problem is that box in the middle. That 2 6s and 2 8 10s. I think that's where we need to address that, because Ugarte, I think he's been good, but he needs someone to play with him, because he's not going to be like a playmaker and all that. He's just someone who's going to disrupt the play. So we need someone who can pass and go up and down. Someone like an Edison from Atalanta. A player like that will be good.
Yeah.
So those are the things we need to do for Amorim, because it's a very specific system, and if you don't give him the players, I think we'll be losing games and games. So
yeah.
But hang on a minute here. I thought you guys had the next best thing since sliced bread was invented, Kobe Mainu. Whatever happened to him? He was so good. What have you done to him?
Yeah, again, I think this is where I think you can blame the manager a bit, because ever since he has come in, he's obsessed with playing him in that deep position, one of the 2 6s, and he's not that kind of a player. He's like a number 10. He's not even an 8. Because he's not got that. Look, it's very like a, how should I say, like a typist kind of thing. Like if you see someone of that, I don't want to use that word, but you will think that he's very athletic and he's fast. But Kobe is not fast. He's very good with the ball. Yeah. Off the ball, he's very slow. So that's where Amorim, he needs to stop doing that. He needs to stop playing Bruno, Ugarte, and Mainu. I don't think that works. He needs to go back to Casemiro and Ugarte. I think that's where we did the best. We played the best when Ruud was here. He played Casemiro and Ugarte in that 2 holding, and then he played like a winger.
That makes sense, because Casemiro can pass the ball properly, even though he doesn't have legs. But Ugarte got legs, and he got that dog fight on him. He's gonna win you the ball. He's not your Hollywood passing or whatever. So you have a destroyer, and you have somebody who can pass. So that makes sense.
So I do get your point. Like, he need to adapt. More than adapt, he need to pick the right profile of players to play in the right position. Because when Ugarte came on against Newcastle, you can see like he was the game changer. We didn't change the game, but he was our best player because he played in that 10 position. Because Kobe, he cannot play with his back to goal. That's not his game. He wants the ball towards the goal like a old-fashioned number 10. So and then we got Ahmad. I think he's definitely been a player of the season. So
Mm.
we got something to work on, but I think we need to buy a couple of fullbacks, wing backs, not fullbacks. We need to buy wing backs. We need to kick out players like Luke Shaw and
Do you have like some kid from the academy that we don't know, and you've been watching them, and you say this is the
Great
time to
question.
give them a chance?
Yeah, we do have it. We do have this guy called Harry Amas. He's 17.
Yeah.
But he's not like he's still very young. Very raw. And if you give players like those chance, you can like literally destroy their careers, especially in this new system. So we need to first build the system with first team players, then introduce like all these players you're mentioning.
So how about Chidu Obi Martins?
Yeah, he's like what he's still very young, man, and you cannot put strikers of that age. Strikers, they mature quite late. So the
reason why I'm saying that, the reason I'm saying that is because I discovered Marcus Rashford, I think under Van Gaal, when you were struggling with injuries, and he was introduced number 39. I'm like, who is this kid? And he scored a double, I think. Yeah, a brace against Arsenal.
In the Europa League.
Europa League or something. And I was like, wow, this kid is good. So if you can also trust your academy and bring some, because what do you have to lose? Because those kids, regardless of their age, sometimes they have nothing to lose. They want to just prove you. They want to be in the first team, so they're going to give everything. So that's true, but the way we are and where we are in the league, it is like a catch-22 situation. I mean, we don't want to Amarim is good with youth. That's one positive, but first of all, he needs to sort out his first team. That's the big thing. I mean, I would like to see Harry Amas and all these guys play, but the problem with United is that, which is probably like a endemic to our team or our club. Any youth player which comes into our team, these guys will hype him up and make him like the next big thing, and they'll think that like he's our savior, and then they will bring this guy up and then bring the same guy down. That's what's happening with Kobe. So I don't want those kind of situations happening.
So what happened to another player who was so promising, and suddenly now the fans hate him so much? I don't know why. Garnacho. What happened to him?
That guy was never good, man. I think you guys have been not you guys. I mean, our club, and as I mentioned, like any player who comes from the youth, these guys have some kind of an emotional attachment. Garnacho, he's not even from our academy. We bought him from Atletico, but because he's like a CR7 fanboy, and like he's one of these Gen Z, like how these kids like him, and all that. He's like the club used him for PR and all that. So that's why he got overhyped, and then he scored that goal against Everton, which he won the Puskas for. So
but he's gone down. He's not even on the team. He's not even on the bench anymore, that guy.
Yeah, because Amarim has realized that this guy is not good. And again, we don't play with wingers, right? So where does he fit? Like he's not
wing back. He's not defensively good, so he can't be a wing back because you have to go back and forth. I remember one of the videos on social media that I watched, like Casemiro was so angry at him for not tracking back. So I was like, but he's still a kid, can still learn. But I don't think he got the right attitude. I think because
exactly. He thinks he's better than he is. That's the big problem. He's not humble. He's not got a humble bone in his body, and it doesn't help that his brother is always on Twitter and beefing with fan channels and all that. So
I got you. I got the reason why that brother is gonna start.
I think if I'm a defender, I'd rather face Højbjerg than I would any time of day face Garnacho. Garnacho, that guy is lightning quick. He'll make you look stupid if one moves him.
Again, you are misguided. You think he's lightning quick, but he's not. He's just fast, like in the first 5 steps. That's it. He's not. If you think like he's like an Mbappe, or like he's not even quick like Rashford. You see, Rashford was rapid in his prime, but he's not quick, and he's built like a twig, so his quickness doesn't help him. So. Yeah, man. I mean, he's just another over.
Are you Rashford in or Rashford out?
Yeah, he can go, man. It's not about in and out. I think he himself is out. So what difference does it make if I
What do you,
want
what
him
do you
out?
mean? What do you mean himself? What do you mean himself
Yeah,
out?
he said that I'm ready for a new challenge. I mean, what do you expect us to do?
So you've
So
like
he's
washed
out.
your hands. You washed your hands of him.
Yeah, I have washed my hands above Rashford for like at least more than 3 seasons because like he hasn't progressed. And again, Rashford, he's got very limited talent. I mean, he used to have that raw pace like at least 3 seasons back, but he has lost that. And then he's got a good like half decent shot on him, which you saw against your side when he took that free kick. Other than that, he's again a brain dead player. That's why you see at your club Sancho, right? He's shining because he's playing with people who have IQ. You know, they've got footballing brain like Neto and Cole Palmer and all these guys. You know, you cannot. What do you expect Sancho to do when he's playing with Højlund, Garnacho, and Rashford? Because these guys, they just want to kick and run. They've got no like a footballing brain, and you get footballing brain when you're young. You don't develop that. You know.
That is a very good point. That's what I've been saying. I've been telling people, and they don't believe me. You got the point, brother. That's what I've been saying about somebody called Modric in our team. Listen, I wish all the best that the Casey dismissed, whatever. But I've been telling people, like, you build that footballing brain when you are young. You understand the positioning. You understand the space. You understand those little things from the childhood, and you develop. When you are already 23 years old and you still don't understand the space, you don't understand anything, it's almost impossible for you to be a Ballon d'Or, whatever people said Modric was going to win. You might have skills, natural ability, but if you don't have IQ, there's nothing you can do in football.
Yeah, and if even say you can get by without not having football IQ, if you have like you're genetically gifted, like someone like Lukaku, you know, Lukaku he's not like technically gifted, but that guy is like, you know, is gifted genetically. Same goes for someone like a Jude Bellingham. Anytime I watch Jude Bellingham, I mean, I actually feel very like it's irritating to watch him. You know, he's so average in so many things, but because this guy is 6'3" and like gifted genetically. But that's why he's playing at Real Madrid. Because in my humble opinion, I don't think that guy is even better than Tchouaméni. Because for me, like Jude Bellingham, he's got like, you know, God's gift of genetics, which even Ronaldo has. You know, which is like 0.5, like not even like 10% of people have. So either you be that or you be like you have like an elite level of tech. You know, but Rashford is neither. You know, his pace has come down. And he's always sulking. He's on 350 and he's going out, you know, partying and all that. And also in you think he's young? It's almost 10 years. Can you believe when he broke out?
Yeah.
How old is he now?
He's 27, 28.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He came to the club in 2016 under Van Gaal. It's 2025, so almost turning 10. And in those 10 seasons, he's had, I will say, like 1.5 good years. Not even 1.5, 1 year and 9 months, because that was 9 months was under Ten Hag.
Yeah,
and then 1 year was
after the World Cup. I was like, man, this guy is back. He was scoring for fun.
So I don't mean to be harsh to you or rude or anything like that, but I'm dying to know the answer to this question because this has been bugging me. This goalkeeper of yours, Onana, this Mr. Butterflies or flapping it, whatever. How can he let himself get bullied at a corner kick where two players just basically, what kind of goalkeeping is that? And why stand there flapping yourself like some idiot there when they're not even touching you, but they just sort of like blocked you out? The goalkeeper normally is supposed to use their arms and move and break free, but Onana just stood there. I don't understand that kind of goalkeeping.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, look, either you're like an old school or you be this modern guy, and if you're not anyone, I think people will just slate you. When we like a couple of years back, you know, every team they had a decent goalkeeper, and everyone was like 6'4", 6'5". I mean, when I was young, I used to look at Peter Cech and Van der Sar. Yeah, I used to think like,
tall,
man, this is
powerful,
good.
old school.
Yeah, and like wide. You know, I mean, I used to look at Peter Cech, and that I used to think like that guy is very wide, man. Like he's dimensions wise, he's almost covering half the goal. But
like
now you look at all these keepers. Yeah, and Michael as well. And now you look at all these keepers; they're like 6'2", and they don't. I mean, Onana is 6'2", but he doesn't look like 6'2".
Yeah, he looks like less than 6. I was surprised to check online, and people told me he's like 6'1", 6'2". I'm like, huh? This guy is
Yeah,
short. He looks small.
Yeah, he looks like 5'11" or touching 6 foot,
Yeah.
right? But,
We have to double check on that. Maybe he lied. Just
yeah,
like
but
Barack Obama was born in Kenya. He's lying. So, so I think Onana need to be checked.
But maybe it's because Onana is very muscular. He's very strong, very powerful. Like a.
yeah,
But
he's like bucked. He's got that shirt and Shaqiri build.
You know what, guy? You know what?
Yeah.
I'm old school guy. I like my goalkeeper to have the size. Size matter for me. Forget about tiki taka. He can play from the back. If you can mix it like Alisson, Becker, you have the size, and you can also mix with modern football. That is perfect. But I would choose more.
He has improved, right? I mean, I didn't see him like a ball-playing goalkeeper. When he was at
Courtois
Chelsea,
has
but
improved. He was
played,
old school, but now he improved with his passing and stuff. So I want my goalkeeper to have the size. Onana, and don't blame him only because the other guy also they scored a goal from the corner kick twice.
Yeah.
Two different goalkeepers.
And he's 6'5" and he couldn't do either.
But you know that the old saying, or women, or some people say, "No, size doesn't matter. It's all about the technique."
That is not in football. That is not in football.
And the people say that they're the ones who are like, well, if you see, where is that all you have to offer? It's so small, but yeah.
So that doesn't apply with women in football. Size matter.
Women play football. They play good football. Some women, by the way. I watched women again. They're improving. Only because of Mr. Oaks forced me to watch some of these games. I actually watched some women games, and I'm surprised. They have good. Some of them have good technique, but some of the goalkeepers are very dodgy. Eesh. You think really? I thought Onana was bad, but some of these women goalkeepers really come on. And but some of the outfield players, there's technique there. That's not lie. Very good quality.
Most
so
of
they're
the
improving.
women goalkeepers, they are small, so you can just have some technique to lob the ball, just chip the ball, and they will struggle to save it. But some of the girls goalkeepers, they're still big, but not as big as men. So that's why they concede a lot of like long shot goals and stuff.
Yeah, their reflexes aren't so good. They're not so agile. So if you look at some of these. Let's say the goalkeeper from Man City. What's the guy? The one with the tattoos in his head and the neck. What's his name? Edison. His reflexes. Have you seen how fast he is? Short. Even the guy from Everton. That guy, I don't like him. The goalkeeper, the English goalkeeper there. Pickford. He has amazing reflexes. Small guy, but his reflexes are incredible. And
it only does good against Chelsea, though. Like he looks like a prime Neuer when he plays against Chelsea. But other than that, I think he is like Kepa Bragadabra. He got like short arms, and it's always very, very difficult to save top being top corners. So people,
what you all say is always a golazo.
Yeah, like he makes every shot unsavable. Like he makes goals like look amazing goals instead of like amazing saves. So people, we're gonna play a little game because I have to leave already. It's already lunchtime here. I have to go and pick up some stuff for the people.
Is it cold? Is it cold in Kentucky? It's very cold here in Denmark. It's like minus 2.
It's sunny, but it's still cold. It's sunny outside like for the last 2 days. A lot of sun outside, but don't try to go out without your jacket because you're gonna be fooled and say, "Oh, the sun is outside," and you go there and you kill yourself, right? Or you go to Walmart and you buy an emergency jacket because it's gonna be cold. Anyways, we're gonna play a little game here very quickly for the result this weekend, and we're gonna say goodbye and come back tomorrow for the game. So, first of all, Tottenham Hotspurs against Newcastle United. Skylar, what is your score prediction?
Where
tomorrow
they playing?
Morning. At Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium, London. Tottenham, Newcastle. What is your score prediction? Skylar, are you still there? No? Skylar is cooking right now. People's Republic.
3-1 Tottenham. 3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle United. They are beating Tottenham Hotspurs away. Okay.
Maybe even more. I should say 4. I said 3. I'll say 3-1. I'll stay 3-1.
3-1. All right. So, Mr. Caesar, I'm going to take you in the end of the show because we were closing the show already, but I'm going to give you a few minutes, brother. Wait for me. Let me finish this game very quickly. Aston Villa against Leicester City. What is
3-0.
3-0 to Aston Villa. All right.
Yeah.
Bournemouth against Everton.
Ooh. Okay, but Bournemouth is flying. 2-1.
2-1 to Bournemouth. All right.
Bournemouth.
Crystal Palace against Chelsea.
0-3.
0-3 to Chelsea. Manchester City against West Ham United.
4-0.
4-0 to City.
Yeah, City is finding their form again. Yeah.
Okay, Southampton against Brentford.
0-2.
0-2 to Brentford winning away. All right.
Yeah, Brentford United, yeah.
Let's go. Brighton against Arsenal.
Ooh, Brighton is struggling. Arsenal will thrash them 3-1.
3-1 to Arsenal. All right. Fulham against Ipswich.
Ooh, tough one. I would have to go 2-1 Fulham.
Okay. Fulham 2-1. All right. And then Liverpool against Manchester United.
Ooh, tough one. Is it going to be 4 or is it going to be 5? Let's stay humble. Stay humble. 4-0 Liverpool.
4-0 Liverpool. And the last game for match day number 20 is going to be on Monday, January the 6th. Wolves against Nottingham Forest. Your score prediction?
Well, that's a local derby, Midlands derby. Jesus. Fast improving Wolves, high flying Nottingham Forest. I think the dream carries on for Forest. They'll win 2-1.
2-1 to Forest.
Yeah. They dream. They're in dreamland. It's almost like adventure. Leicester City is a kind of adventure.
All right. So I think we are at the end. Mr. Caesar, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. So what team you support, brother?
Club Brugge.
What team?
Club Brugge.
Oh, Club Brugge from Belgium. All right. Can you speak French?
No.
No? Okay. So what you wanted to say, brother?
We have some breaking news.
What is the breaking news?
Dedrick Boyata is terminating his contract with Club Brugge.
Who?
Dedrick Boyata, ex-Manchester City.
Who? They terminate the contract with who?
Boyata.
Dedrick Boyata.
Oh, Boyata. Oh, okay. All right. So where do you see Boyata next? Where he's going to play next?
I don't know.
Do you know the club that he's moving to? No? Okay. All right, my brother.
No club.
No club yet. Oh, wow. That is interesting. So you
where is Club Brugge in the table, in the Belgian table? What position?
What position is the Club Brugge in the Belgium Gipter League?
Second.
Ooh.
Second on the league. All right. So they might
behind Genk. We have now behind 1 point behind Genk. If Genk loses the next game, we are top of the league.
Ooh, oh yeah! Wow, that's good. That's congratulations to you. I hope you win the league. All the best, my friend. All the best. I love Belgium. I used to live in Moucron. You know where Moucron is?
Yes.
Yeah, Moucron, Belgium. I've been there. I lived there like for a couple of years with my uncle. And then I also lived in Anvers. Do you know where Anvers is in Belgium?
Oh, yes, Antwerp.
Anvers, yeah. So that's so Anvers also. So Belgium is like my second country for some reason. But yeah, nice to talk to you, my brother. Put your notification on and call us next time, okay?
Yes.
God bless you and be strong. I will see you next time. People's Republic, close the shop. I'm out here.
No, you closed the shop nicely. But I wanted to hear before you. You should close the shop. I wanted to hear your starting lineup for tomorrow. This is I was waiting to hear this.
Starting 11, that means
you-
you don't
you-
watch my videos. I already made that video like 2 days ago. Go
No,
on the
but-
Green Turf YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
but there's injuries and players been sold, players been loaned out. A lot has happened in between. So maybe you
Probably you want me to get kicked out this house. That's what you want from me right now. I have to leave. So if you want to watch, go on
Yeah,
the
I'll watch
Green
it.
Turf
I'll
YouTube channel. Check
watch it,
on the you know what is called Crystal Palace against Chelsea preview, and you will see all my blah blah blah. All I can tell you is like I'm gonna like surprise many people because some of the names that I put there, many people don't like them. Let me just read some comment. Phantom of Many Topics said that Chelsea will win the Conference League trophy, the only trophy missing in their collection. Mudrik reminds me of Timo Werner with less talent. Nick said that Tottenham Hotspur's 3-3 against Newcastle United. Villa. Wait. Did you forget something? Villa playing against what team? My mind is already gone, bro. My mind is already gone. Let me scroll up a little bit. Villa are gonna play against Leicester City, so it's gonna be 3. You said it's gonna be 3-0 to Villa. Chelsea 2-0 against the noisy neighbors in London, Crystal Palace. Manchester City to win 2-0. That is your opinion. And Arsenal to win 4-0. Liverpool to win. Arsenal to win 2-0. Liverpool to win. I'm a little confused here. Liverpool to win. I don't know. I'm a little confused, bro. My head is gone. I have to go because people are telling me to leave. It's Sonny and Cole Palmer. Sonny and Cole Palmer to score goals. That's what you mean? All right. And Cole Palmer. Oh, you say Sonny and Cole Palmer in Denmark. Oh, I got your point. So it's Sonny, which is Sonny, and Cord is called Palmer, right? Cole Palmer is called Palmer. Oh, so I see. So that it's just like exactly in Kentucky, right? It's sunny, but I don't even know if you in Denmark you get the sun. Do you really get the sun? You are like the entire year. You are like dark over there, right? Anyways, thank you so much everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for the Premier League games. God bless. Unless if you have some kind of breaking news now, I might be back tonight. But for now, I will say goodbye.